Hello everyone, and welcome to this edition of the Daily Cannon Tactics Board. Stephen Bradley here, bringing you the tactical tweaks and quirks and the Jeremy Clarkson smoke face that came from Arsenal's 3-1 besmirching of the Hotspurs of Tottenham yesterday afternoon. A banner performance from the Arsenal. The first half was very much the best half of football Arsenal have played under Mikel Arteta. It was that good. It's what we were hoping to see. It's what many of us were not expecting to see, but were in our mind's eye. This is kind of how we expected a Mikel Arteta Arsenal to be: compacted defence, but rapid, quick on counters, and being able to notice patterns of play in the opposition, being able to pick them apart piece by piece, and finding chinks in the armour. And that's exactly what happened. This was a team set up by Nuno Espirito Santo, the Tottenham manager, who is, Wolves beat Arsenal twice last year. Like, this manager knows how to beat this Arsenal. And he set them up in such a way to frustrate Arsenal, and Arsenal went, nope, we are going to kill you. We are going to absolutely exploit every mistake you make. And they were ruthless. They were, it was so pleasing on the eye to see an Arsenal team smell blood, and instead of being cautious, going for the throat and killing them. It was beautiful. And over the next 15-20 minutes or so, I'll illustrate just how they did that. If you do enjoy these videos, please feel free to leave a like on them. We are gathering a burgeoning community of very enthusiastic and well taught viewers, to be quite honestly with you. Like, we're almost at 1,000 subs, which is insane. Obviously everyone who starts on YouTube has a number in their head that they want to get to, and obviously 1,000 was the first one. And in my head, I was like, well, maybe with a little bit of luck, we might get there by the end of the year. And you guys have been like, nope, we like this so much, you're probably going to get there maybe after this video, which is silly. So thank you. If you do enjoy these videos, please, like I said, if you want them in your inbox on a regular basis, hit the subscribe button and then that little bell beside it, and they'll come into your inbox as soon as they are released. They come usually the day of or the day after a game, depending on when I'm free from work. But yeah, let's get into just how Arsenal smashed the Tottenham. And it's a weird one, because if you immediately look at the stats, right? If I show you this, and the first thing it says, right, okay, Tottenham had slightly more possession. XG was, there's an advantage to Arsenal, but it's not by much. It's 1.4 to 1. Shots, around the same. Chances created, around the same. And then it's like, accurate passes. Tottenham have more. Pass success. Tottenham have more. Shots in around the same. Block shots. Shots inside box. Shots outside box. Arsenal had a couple more. Accurate passes. More for Tottenham. More for Tottenham. More for Tottenham. More for Tottenham. Touches. More for Tottenham. More long balls. More for Arsenal, but crosses, more for Tottenham. Accurate crosses, more for Tottenham. Throws, usually a sign of more possession, more for Tottenham. Dribbles attempted, more for Tottenham. And you're like, the defensive side is, Arsenal won more defence. Tackles, Arsenal won more. Tackles succeeded, Arsenal won more. Aerials, Arsenal won more. Interceptions, Arsenal won more. Yellow cards, Arsenal had more. Like, stats like that would indicate that Tottenham had, more of the ball and maybe more of the play. Which is why I started making these videos, because these stats paint a picture of this being an even game. This was not an even game, even in the slightest. The reason the stats looked like this is because the game was over by the 34th minute. And the reason why the game was over by the 34th minute is because one team looked like it was playing to a plan. One team looked like it was well drilled. One team looked like it knew what to do in certain pressing situations and certain passing situations. And one team didn't have a clue. And the team that didn't have a clue is in white. This is a team that has spent years pressing high. Like, whether it's under Pochettino, they were superb at it. Ruthless even, at times. And with, these four players at the heart of it. Kane, Son, Lucas, and Dele Alli. Where they would, press in pairs, get in these little passing lanes. Then a fifth midfielder would come in here, and then they would make you struggle to pass the ball out. They were ruthless at it for years. Pochettino never had Tottenham playing a really good style of football, but he had them, well drilled and well capable, frankly, of forcing you into making errors. And this, under Santo, who's a far more cautious coach, a far more defensive coach, he's tried to play his way over the first few games and it hasn't worked. So now he's trying to find a hybrid of what he wants to do and what this team is used to doing. And that's what we got on Sunday. And it was an unholy mess. And it was an unholy mess because of Ali and Ndombele. Because Ndombele is a fantastic talent. He's a wonderfully creative attacking player. But to have him as an 8, you need 2 players that are superb defensively behind him. Not to do all his work per se, because he's all right defensively, but he's languid. He does take time off. He does play at times as if he's not in a hurry. And as a result, you need players that will do his running. And in Højbjerg, they have one. In Dele Alli, they don't have another. Again, Dele Alli is so used to playing here that all his instincts are to protect this area, not this area. And as a result, because Ndombele is so used to playing in here and Ali's so used to playing in here, Tottenham ended up very narrow, trying almost to pin Arsenal in, almost like this. And you can see the problem there. I don't have to be even like I've done these videos for 6 months and people will say, oh, you found something here that I didn't see. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure out where the space is. It's here and it's here. And where do Arsenal want the ball? Here. So for the first 10-15 minutes, Arsenal just spent the time basically. They'd get into this 3-2-5 like they always do. Smith Rowe comes in, Tierney comes in, Odegaard goes right, Aubameyang comes here, and it's Partey and Xhaka would split out like that. And what Tottenham were doing was basically putting Ndombele on Partey, Lucas on Gabriel, Kane on White, and Son on Tomiyasu. And almost as if begging Arsenal to pass it out this way. So, heat maps. Look where Arsenal got the ball. Here. Why? Because they were able to break this press easily. Gabriel would get the ball. It would go to Xhaka. It would go to Tierney. Ali would drop off a little bit. Tierney would look up. Tanganga would be closed up on Smith Rowe. Sanchez would be here. They'd all be pushing up, try to close this space. And Tierney would go, grand, no bother, ping, straight to Saka. And now it's 4-4. And this happened for 10 minutes. Where Spurs were like, okay, you can have this ball all you want. And the first goal comes about just because of this long ball to Saka. Tanganga drops back, Sanchez drops back, Diers drops back. And it's Saka on Reguilon. And this is why I think in the future, where it's going to be hard to judge what Arsenal are going to do in midfield when they have these 6 playing. Because what Saka and Smith Rowe did today was exactly what Sterling and De Bruyne and Bernardo Silva and Gundogan did to Arsenal earlier last season when they turned up and they appeared everywhere. Because here is Saka's heat map. And yes, it's mostly on the right. But you can see, if I can zoom in a bit more here for you, there's still a little bit of blue here. So he was definitely picking up the ball here because Tierney was knocking him the ball here regularly. And he was able to get into this space regularly. But he's also here occasionally. And he's also in here occasionally. Odegaard, the same. Odegaard was here and here and here. And then occasionally dropped back as well when Arsenal were defending. Smith Rowe picks up the ball mostly on the left. But look, he's here, he's here, he's here. He's getting the ball here. And Aubameyang the same. Getting the ball here on the right at times, right wing, left wing. Tanganga, Sanchez, Dyer and Reguilon did not have a clue about where these 4 players were. Sometimes it'd be this. Sometimes it'd be this. Arsenal were more than capable of just running at Tottenham from different angles and different ways. And even Odegaard pops up here at times and Smith Rowe ends up here. And Sanchez and Dyer were basically doing this all game. Not knowing which one to pick up, which one to track. Tanganga basically said, you know what, I'm going to stick on Smith Rowe. I'm going to cover my man. But Sanchez and Dyer were like, no, we're going to cover the space. And as a result, when Tanganga got the ball with Reguilon, and it was like this. Both Dyer and Sanchez dropped back, thinking that Saka's going to try and cut in on his left and drive in that way, and then they can attack as a 3. Odegaard stands deep, just in case one of them comes forward, and then he can play a through ball. Aubameyang goes far post to try and draw back these players so that Saka can make a run. But, and this is the beauty of Bukayo Saka, and this is why he should be playing right wing all the time, for me, instead of Pepe. Because Reguilon basically just covers the inside. He goes, you're not cutting on your left, I know you're lethal on your left. Saka goes, fine, no bother, I'm good enough on my right. And because Aubameyang goes here, and because the midfield doesn't get back quickly enough, Aubameyang goes here, Sanchez goes here, Tanganga goes here, Dyer goes near post. Hello. Smith Rowe is almost perfect for the way Arsenal want to play, because he has no problem in waiting. He has no problem in letting everyone else have the ball. He has no problem in just looking around and going, right, where can I find space? Where can I find the right place to be? And there and then, Dyer goes back post, Reguilon is beaten, and Ndombele, Højbjerg and Ali are jogging back. Watch the replay. They're jogging back. They're not sprinting, they're jogging. Like, wait till you see the third goal. Smith Rowe is free, 10 yards out, slots it in between Sanchez and Lloris, and it's 1-0. And it's that ability to interchange, it's that quickness of decision, that just the ability to read space like that at real time and make the right decision is key. But the best way to show you how they did this was the second goal. The second goal is the best goal Arsenal have scored in years. Years. And it came from the goalie. Because, again, Arsenal were pinned back. Sanchez was here, Tanganga was here. Ali had gone here, Højbjerg was on Xhaka, and Ndombele was on Partey. Okay, Arsenal, Ramsdale has the ball. Unfortunately, I can't move Ramsdale. And Kane is here. Son is in between White and Tomiyasu, and Gabriel is basically here. And the key to this is bottle. The key to this is courage. The whole reason Arsenal scored this goal is because for a year, Mikel Arteta has drilled it into them that he wants a goalkeeper that will play. Because Ramsdale is about here, where my mouse is now. He wants his goalkeeper to make that pass to Xhaka every time. He wants to draw in Ali, Højbjerg, Ndombele, Lucas, and then turn them and then leave it 4-on-4. That's what he wants. That's the whole point of it. And my biggest criticism of Granit Xhaka in this formation, in this system, is that he does not have the bottle to make the right pass at the right time. But yesterday, he was perfect. Because he comes back, Ramsdale gives him the ball, and Højbjerg almost gets there. Almost. Højbjerg sees that Xhaka is the only person that's available to get the ball. Xhaka comes deep, and Højbjerg gets there. But he doesn't get there in time. He goes to clatter him. And it gets here. And Xhaka is just about able to turn him. And Smith Rowe does it again. Instead of Xhaka going to Tierney, like he would do 99% of the time, Tierney, who's half well marked by Ali, He finds Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe, again, you want bottle. You want him to find the right pass at the right time. Tanganga is tight on him because that's his job. Because Ali is supposed to have Tierney. But Smith Rowe, instead of turning, looking around and giving Højbjerg and that a chance, and then Ndombele a chance to get back, he doesn't turn. He immediately plays it here. Again, to Tierney. It's a tight ball, but he makes it. Tierney gets ahead, and you'd think that Tierney, would want to bomb on here. But again, Ali is doing a good job of shepherding him enough, and Tierney would have to kick the ball 20 yards ahead, and then it's a foot race. And Ali is quick. But at the same time as this is happening, Tanganga is trying basically to knock Smith Rowe out of the way. So now you've got this position. And again, it would be easy because Xhaka has found space and Højbjerg is screaming at his defence to get back because he can see the problem. Tierney plays the one ball that would result in an Arsenal attack. It's not back to Xhaka, it's not to try and turn in and send Smith Rowe back and basically pass the ball back into the press. He pings it straight at Aubameyang. And by the time he has passed the ball to Aubameyang, Smith Rowe has got past Tanganga. And now Smith Rowe is down here, and now Tanganga is chasing him, and now Ali is chasing him, and now Højbjerg is trying to chase him, and Ndombele is chasing him. And Aubameyang has come deep, and Sanchez has come with him, and Aubameyang again plays the one ball. Instead of, taking a touch, knocking it to Odegaard, who is now running in as well, and Saka, he just flicks it round the corner into here. First time. And now Smith Rowe's away. And again, Tanganga is trying to get back. Ali is trying to get back. Sanchez immediately sees the danger. Dyer immediately sees the danger. Smith Rowe gets here. Sanchez gets back. And it's basically 4-on-3. And again, look where Arsenal go to make sure that they get someone in a good chance. Because it's 4-on-3, but Sanchez has kind of covered it. Smith Rowe stops. Sanchez overruns him a slight bit. Dyer has gone to cover the middle because Odegaard has gone here. Basically sat there. And Reguilon has to go back post because Saka has bombed a back post. So Odegaard's here, Dyer goes here. Here's free. Little ball in there. Aubameyang slips in. Dyer tries to cover it the last minute. Aubameyang puts it in the far corner. It's 2-0. And even at this point, when you look back, look where the Tottenham Hotspur midfielders are. They're here. They're not chasing back. They're literally jogging. And it's just at the cutting edge that Arsenal showed in that second goal is so encouraging. So, just it's a breath of fresh air. It's exactly what this team should be doing. Quick passes into space, quick passes into and movement ahead of them. Like I said, because all of these players were in different places at different times, the defence didn't know where to position themselves. And when the high press came up, it took one pass to break them. And usually in those situations, Arsenal don't look for that pass. But yesterday they did. Yesterday they kept probing, they kept trying to make the one pass that worked. And it worked again and again and again. And the third goal, to again illustrate how badly Tottenham's midfield played, as we reset again, is that at 2-0, Arsenal were like, okay, we're going to let Tottenham have the ball for a bit here. We're going to try and keep it nice and tight. They're going to knock it round. And we're just going to try and pick them off in the counter. And Tottenham, they pushed up. And Arsenal went into this almost 4-4-1-1. Even a 4-5-1 you could call it. With Aubameyang looking to basically just sit around here, just looking basically what Henry did. When he was playing in Arsenal. He would just basically stand there. If Tottenham are going to knock the ball around here, as you can see, which is what a lot they did, they're just keeping him at bay. But if we go to individuals, Kane had the ball here. Heung-min Son had the ball here. That's there. Is that where you want your best two players to have the ball? No. Like, Tottenham had no way of just getting the ball through Arsenal's basic 4-2-3-1 setup. They just kept shuttling it on. Now, a lot of this was Odegaard's willingness to just fill in the gaps here and get around. He did an awful lot of running and made sure that, Lucas ended up, getting the ball a lot there. Again, their quickest player was getting the ball here. That'll do. When you're sitting back, that's fine. But the third goal comes about from Kane losing the ball here. And then, he's tackled, goes to Odegaard. Odegaard loses Smith Rowe. He gets here. All the midfielders are gone. Goes to Saka. And they're off again. And Saka, when these drop back, again, Aubameyang stays out wide, doesn't get in the way. Smith Rowe runs forward. Odegaard runs forward. Reguilon runs forward. And Ndombele saunters back. Højbjerg saunters back. Ali saunters back. When Saka tries to find Aubameyang here, because he was basically free, Saka had got to here. Everyone had tried to close around him. This ball was on. He's about here, actually. This ball is on. Aubameyang's onside. Tanganga hasn't caught up. He's looking for this ball into here so that Aubameyang can shoot. Who tackled Saka? If you can remember. If you want to go back, you want to pause this video for a second, find the highlights and look. Who tackled Saka to block the pass? Is it Ndombele? Nope. Is it Højbjerg? Nope. Is it Dele Alli? Nope. It's Harry Kane. How? Like, fair play to Kane, right? Like he's getting a lot of stick for not caring or not giving, but he gave a damn on this. He blocks it, great tackle, and Saka gets a little bit of luck. It rebounds back to him, he gets to here, and he shoots with his right foot. Again, something Pepe wouldn't do. And it's a great finish, he puts it in the 3, and it's 3-0. But that maybe illustrates more than everything Tottenham's problem. The fact that Harry Kane was the one that made the tackle on Saka in his own box at 2-0. You have to give credit to Arsenal for picking apart Tottenham's midfield, but you also have to point out how laughably awful Tottenham's midfield was in the first half. And, Tottenham tried to fix it. They brought on Oliver Skip, they brought on Emerson Royale for Tanganga to try and give a little bit of room out wide, and nothing changed. Like, nothing changed. What changed was basically the second half, was Arsenal just did this. Again, and went, okay, you're going to have to rely on long shots to win. You're going to have to shoot from distance. And they just let Tottenham have the ball for 45 minutes. That's why the stats look how they look, because Arsenal sat back and went, do. We don't care. If Son wants to shoot from there, we don't mind. Tomiyasu was close to him all game. And Ndombele was replaced by Oliver Skip, which meant that they had less, creative ability on the park. Ali was taken off eventually as well. Like, Arsenal just completely outplayed them. Even when it got to 3-1 and Lucas, took a shot from here, and Ramsdale, takes a wicked deflection off Gabriel, and Ramsdale saves it onto the crossbar. Like, Tottenham were never a threat until Arsenal made a mistake. Even, Son's goal, where he gets in because Reguilon gets through here. That only happens because Xhaka is down on the ground, holding his knee. Partey has to cover. Now it's 11 on 10. Son becomes the free man and he scores. Like, stuff like that just happens at time to time. But Arsenal for 45 minutes just went like this. They just kept them at arm's reach. Just went, no, you're not getting the ball again. Tottenham were having the ball here, and it was just a classic case of Arsenal just coolly, calmly killing a game. 3-0, don't need to do much, and killed it. And I've never seen, well, never is a strong word, but like, it's very rare you see an Arsenal team both kill a game offensively by scoring 3 quick goals and then go, right, that's it, job done. The last time I think they did it was when they beat Chelsea 3-0 when Antonio Conte was manager, and didn't give anything up, and Antonio Conte immediately changed the Chelsea team from a back 4 to a back 5, won 13 straight and won the league. But seeing that Tottenham side play so poorly shouldn't take away from how well Arsenal still did to pick them off. Tottenham is still a good team. This Tottenham side beat Manchester City in the first game of the season. And as bad as we want to say Tottenham were, Arsenal were superb in making sure that they took advantage of it. That's been the criticism that I've levelled at this Arsenal side for some time, that when given these opportunities, they haven't taken them. They could have been 3 or 4-0 up at Burnley, whether it was long grass or misplaced pass or whatever. But yesterday, they were ruthless, and good God, was it good to watch. And yeah, that's the end of the video analysis. If you did enjoy this video, feel free to leave a like on it. If you saw something that you picked up on that I've missed, feel free to leave a comment underneath the video. A burgeoning community of people who enjoy talking tactics are getting involved. One of them will pick up on what you say. I might see it. I will see it, I should say. And if I can respond to it, I can. And yeah, if you want these videos in your inbox on a regular basis, hit the subscribe button and the bell if you want further notifications of when we go live. And yeah, the Saka and Smith Rowe show. We'd like to see more of this, please. We'll talk to you later. Cheers.